loud, so we should have audio. So for those watching, we're playing Outflank. Sarah went over his deployment. I'm over here. So I have these infantry here are in these 113s. They're like my QRF. I have one infantry platoon in these two buildings straddling this objective. I have these guys here in the manor house on the ground on that objective. I have one set of hammerheads in ambush. My FO's kind of over here, facing down this way. My commander is right here, hiding. This platoon's 113s is here. The other platoons is actually around this building. I have two Val 163s. My mortars are here. I have one set of hammerheads facing this direction out this way, and the other set facing down that direction. We'll see how this goes. I don't have a lot of cover for my infantry. My two units in reserve are obviously my Abrams and my Scout Humvees. We're going to go, attacker goes first. We're going to go on to turn 1, Soviets, and we'll see what happens.
Sweet.
The end of, make sure everything's on, Soviet turn 1. Samurai, go to walk us through what you end up doing.
Okay, my Gaskins, I just moved behind the building.
Okay.
They're trying to be like, yeah.
Okay.
The Heinz came up.
You knocked out one of the hammerheads here.
Right.
And then my return fire, or my fire from my VADs, I used the Stingers. I actually knocked one out. The other one saved.
So that's still a victory. You know, they actually did something this game.
Yeah.
The T-64s here couldn't see anything. The T-64s here couldn't see anything.
I thought those two fired at this building, the building with troops in it.
I'm sorry, yeah. And didn't...
Both shots missed.
Right. The BMP-1s...
Yeah, there it is.
Moved up.
Yeah, they couldn't shoot because they moved fast.
Right. I just kept I moved my tank commander up a little bit.
Okay.
Because he doesn't have any shots towards anything. All my T-64s shot at your Bradleys.
Or my 113s. They knocked two of them out.
I don't know why I keep calling them Bradleys.
Yeah, I'll be running Bradleys more in the future. But you knocked two of them out. And then you rearranged in your Hurricane. I failed to save on a Dragon, but you failed the firepower, but you did pin the unit.
Right.
That's kind of a little bit of everything that happened. Soviet turn 1. I don't know how I'm going to deal with them Hurricanes. I don't have a spotter that can see over there.
And for once, you're not... Sorry to interrupt. Okay. For once, you're not right on top of them either in a scenario where you're going to pop them on the first turn.
I need a couple turns to get up there. I need to deal with them because they're going to be wreaking havoc amongst my lines here soon. All right, we're going to go into American turn 1. I do roll for reserves first turn. We'll see what we get. I'll be rolling for the Abrams, hopefully.
Right.
All right, we'll be back. That was a very bad American turn 1. So basically, all these guys here stayed in place. Unfortunately, these guys failed their pinning. They're still pinned.
Right.
I had to pop my ambush early. My ambush popped here, shooting down this roadway. These guys failed to blitz, but I still moved them out to put pressure. These 113s over here drove up that way. So hopefully knock out both sets of Gaskins or try to get over here, eventually put pressure on the Hurricanes. My FO moved over here to get better line of sight to everything. This guy did make his leadership, so he was able to return fire and knock out a 64. These guys here, they could fire their laws, but their moving rate of fire, but they both missed. Two 213s lit these guys up here. Only bailed one out. These guys here fired, bailed out, and knocked out a T-64. Then the VAD moved up, lit these guys up to all hell and back. Only bailed one of them. The one made all of its armor saves.
Right.
These guys fired 2 dragon shots at long range, did nothing to him. And then the real Phil Badsy moment, all 4 VADs opened up on him. Because of the building, he's harder hit, so he hits on 4. I hit you, 11 times, and he only failed 3 saves.
which was.
Yeah. So then, and then I have a 5 of firepower, which is still not the best. And as you can see, the Hind's still there. So we're going on to Soviet turn 2. Oh, and these guys stayed in place, my QRF. Going on to Soviet turn 2, we'll see what happens. This is not looking too good. Samurai has some bail-ins at least.
Right.
And perhaps maybe a leadership if one fails. So we'll be back.
Alright.
We're different angle here. We're on the wrong side of the track, Samurai. Or the right side, depending who you are. So go over what all happened.
Alright, so I had my 2 T-64s I moved.
Uh-huh.
They shot at these guys down here. I popped 2 of them.
Yes. You blunted that thrust.
So, and it was a thrust.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be
there's a guy here that shot long range and missed 113.
Right. My BMP-1's down here.
Long
Threw a Hail Mary.
knocked out my FO down here with their Stagger missiles.
Sadly, my Hind over here didn't get a chance to do anything.
Yeah,
He got shot down.
The Stingers took care of him this time.
Right.
Then over there, you had to re-range in further back,
right.
so towards this brown-colored building.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing got hit because you had re-ranged in the second attempt.
Correct.
Although your C-64s, 2 of them fired at the 113s, knocked 1 out.
Right.
And then the other 2 fired at my VAD 163s and both missed. Luckily for me.
Right.
That's. I think that's about it, really. Is there anything else? So, that's my phone going off now. I better go check that out. I might be trying to call it, see if I want overtime tomorrow. Alright, guys. We'll be back. I bet you. So, for Americans, nothing ran away, but then nothing hit anything either.
Which,
so these
Samurai will take it.
Yeah, this guy didn't run. He fired. These guys hit him, but they made their armor. These guys just moved up. Other hammerheads over here actually blitzed. They knocked out 1 T-64 in the end. Mm-hmm. All the other hammerheads down this row fired. All of them missed. Dragons all missed. And then actually 2 dragons from here and my Laws actually knocked out 3 of the BMPs. Piled all the infantry out and then I ranged in, killing an RPG base. So they were really pinned down. This guy just moved up out of the way. My commander moved up over to help support everyone over here. These are guys that fired the RPG, the dragons and missed. And my QRF force is still in reserve back there. And my VADs, they moved over here to get shots in over there, just in case I didn't knock out the BMPs, which I knocked them out. And none of my reserves came in, my Abrams or my Humvees. So this is going into Soviet turn 3, and we'll be back. Go over, that was a really good Soviet turn 3. Go over what you had done there, Samurai.
Alright, I moved my T-64s up.
Okay.
This T-64 got that guy down there.
Well, he fired and missed.
Right.
Those 2 fired and knocked that guy out over here.
The infantry moved up.
The infantry shot at my guys.
Right.
This T-64 shot at my guys. These 2 fired and knocked out a VAD. Your FO moved, I believe, over here to get a better shot.
Right.
Or better look.
Better look, yeah.
And then your Gaskins moved. 1 set moved here. 1 set moved here. And then you did assault. You saw the infantry first, and I killed 1 base and stopped the assault.
Right. And then my T-64 came in.
Went back and forth a little bit, and then you didn't crush any bases, but I did feel my counterattack, so I had to pull back off of the objective. So now I have to try to push back on and get it. So we are going to be going into American turn 3. I'll get at least 1 pity roll coming in. But I'm kind of like out of position for a lot of my stuff. Do you have anything else you want to add? Plus I got some leaderships and all kinds of stuff to do. Anything to add, Samurai?
Not really. I'm just, Samurai's hoping you fail some leadership tests here, buddy.
Yeah, there'll be a couple. Hopefully it's little units. So we'll be back. think they maybe kind of did. So Abrams finally came in. My QRF force moved up here in preparation. These hammerheads actually knocked out this T-64. These two hammerheads fired and actually bailed out the command T-64. These guys moved up. He fired long range down here, did nothing. These two, however, knocked out this middle T-64. My labs moved up around for flanking. One had shots here, totally missed the Gaskins. Then, out of nowhere, my laws from these two buildings hit and actually rolled firepowers and knocked out both of the Gaskins. But they never do. The laws always miss everything.
Right.
My commander moved back over this way. Mortars did amazing. They self-ranged in on the infantry, pinned them, and actually killed two bases, surprisingly. And my infantry here, they're on the ground. They failed to rally.
Right.
And all with that being said, the VAD ran away. The lone hammerhead with reroll ran away. And then the 113 here also ran away. So a bunch of units just like up and turned tail. We're going on to Samurai turn 4. You do have some leadership and some bail-ins at least. So
right.
Hopefully I actually might be able to
break something.
I won't break your formation just yet because you still have enough infantry and good spirits.
Right.
And you have like tanks and good spirits.
Mm-hmm.
But I might make it a lot harder here coming up. So we're going on to Soviet turn 4.
All right.
Good. So that was the end of Soviet turn 4. Soviets ran in to occupy the city hall there. One base couldn't make it. Your stuff made leadership. They all fired at the infantry, failed to pin them and missed them.
Right.
Although your T-64s did move up and knock out an Abrams over here. One bounced when I failed the one. You re-ranged in on my VAT lads over here with your FO.
Right.
And failed to range in. And
be expected.
Yep. That was the end of turn 4, but you're still in a good spot.
Right.
Go on to American turn 4. See if we can't dig the Soviets out of this building here, and or if anything else, break the formation. We'll be back.
Sweet.
So that was the end of 4th turn Americans. We made one hell of a push. Something a lot of people forget about, including myself. The hammerheads actually have machine guns, of all things. So those, in concert with 50 cals from here and the infantry themselves, I pinned the guys inside the building, assaulted, killed a base. We went back and forth, and then I ended up falling back. Hammerheads knocked out the commander. He failed to bail in. Then my Abrams moved up, killed one from the front, and blew one up in the side. My Lavs moved up the road, put pressure, and bailed out. They were double bailed, but the Samurai made his thing. Bailed out the FO. Right now, Samurai has 1, 2, 3 units left in his formation, and 2 of them have to take leaderships. So we'll see what happens if this goes on a turn. It's going on to Soviet turn 5 regardless.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if they
Stops
make
here
it.
Or not.
All right, go ahead. We'll be back. So that was the turn 5 end of the Samurai.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, your FO remounted.
Right.
The one BMP here left. The other T-64 left. The infantry unpinned and then rolled a 1 for leadership. So the Soviets pulled back. That was a really good game.
It was fun.
I couldn't think of anything else really you could have done too much differently.
No, like we were talking about it off camera. I just had those 2 bad turns where I couldn't hit squat.
Yeah. My only suggestion is to definitely hide your formation Gaskins. I would hide them somewhere.
Right.
Because that helps keep your formation. Because how small your force is. You know, because you're tiny, really.
Yeah. But it's what I have in models. So.
Yeah, that's understandable. So that was a good one.
That was fun.
We both lost 3 units, so that'd be what, 6-3, I think.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was outflanked. So first time I think either of us ever played it, especially on this board, is very challenging. For both parties. But I mean, you will have these in the modern day battlefield as proof is on the news. I'm not even going to go into it. But all right, guys, if you like what we're doing, like, share, subscribe. We're getting more comments. People are interacting with us on the channel,
which is nice.
Yeah. So ill or bad, it's still interaction. So all right, guys. I'm going to put my email in for those coming to Ligonier Rumble coming up May 14th. That's the event we're running at Ligonier VFW, Fort Ligonier VFW in Ligonier, PA. But there'll be a little bit of a description of that in the notes. Until next time, this is the Guildmaster with
Samurai Greg.
We'll see you guys next time. Remember, just keep your powder dry.